Well, moms, I am here to bring you a message today, but really it can go out to all y'all. Here it is. You are not a unicorn. I know. I hate to break it to you, but it's true. And you're like, well, what does that mean? The patron saint of motherhood, Irma Bombeck, explains. She wrote about a group of empty nesters. They were sitting around talking about what their children gave them for Christmas. And one of the moms, Mary, said that her daughter, Robin, gave her a set of unicorn salt and pepper shakers with a card that said, "This remind me of you and Dad." Really? This reminds you that stuff comes out of his back? What? And she looked at it and she thought and she came to this conclusion, and I want to read it to you. "Mine never really knew me," Mary mumbled, as if talking to herself. "I never let them. I couldn't. I had to set the example. I had to make sure they saw only the best. I never cried in front of them. I never laughed when I wasn't supposed to. In all those years, they never saw me without hairspray. What do you think of that?" "Well, that's wonderful," said Iris. "That's lousy," said Mary. "Do you know what a unicorn is? It's a mystical, weird animal with a horse's body and a horn on top that everyone needle points, sort of aloof and unreal. There's nothing there to love. That's how Robin sees me. A unicorn. I was never real." "Well, what are we supposed to do with the rest of our lives?" mused Charlotte. "One minute there weren't enough hours in the day to do all I had to do, and the next thing I know, I'm dressing all the naked dolls that belong to my daughter and arranging them on the bed. Did you ever iron a bra for a 2-inch bust? We're too young to pack it in and too old to compete for our own turf. Would we have done things differently if we had known then what we know now?" asked Charlotte. For a full minute, no one spoke. "I'd have talked less and listened more," said Bebe. "I'd have eaten more ice cream and less cottage cheese," said Charlotte. "How about you, Mary?" "I'd have been more human and less unicorn." More human, less unicorn. That's a little sad, isn't it? Did you think I was going to bring you down this morning? Are you saying, "Shelli, stop it"? I know. But stay with me, because you know what? We are going to turn this thing around. We're going to get a whole lot of happy out of it, because I believe God has something to speak about it. But first, the unicorn. See, I relate to that unicorn mentality, and I bet some of you do too. Because, see, I wanted to be a unicorn from the beginning of motherhood. I did. I read all the books. We went to childbirth classes. We promised to practice the breathing techniques. We never did, but we meant to. And we had it all planned out. Randy would stay by my side, playing Enya. There it is. For as long as it took. Oh yeah, we were going to stay relaxed and calm. No worries. We were open to an epidural. We could just see how that played out. And we had at least 2.5 weeks. We had plenty of time. We had time to finish wallpapering the baby's room and practice those breathing techniques. Plenty of time. And then, one Sunday, as I was getting ready for church, I started having contractions. And I told Randy, and I was like, "It's no big deal, nothing to worry about, it's just false labor." And he said, "We need to go to the hospital to check it out just to make sure." And I refused. I was like, "Oh no, we are not having this baby today, because we have 2.5 more weeks, and we don't have the wallpaper up in the baby's room yet." And Randy is insisting. He's like, "Hey, I just would feel better if we go. And the baby doesn't even care about wallpaper." Oh, clearly he did not understand the plan. And so the contractions kept coming, and we kept arguing until finally I got so mad. I did something that I had never done before, and I've never done since. I stomped my feet like a 2-year-old. I yelled, "You don't understand. I am not emotionally prepared to have this baby." And my water broke. Randy just looked at me. He rolled out of bed. He said, "Get your bag, I'll start the car." And just like that, before it even started, I lost my unicorn horn. Nothing went as planned. Randy almost passed out. They had to make him sit down, put his head between his legs. I threatened to kick the doctor in the face, but I couldn't get my foot out of the stirrup. It didn't matter that we hadn't practiced the breathing techniques, because we never would have remembered them. They had to use the jaws of life and an industrial-sized plunger to get Logan out. The only person who stayed with the plan was Enya. God love her, she sang all day. She did her best. But it was obvious. I was not meant to be a unicorn, but I wanted to be one so badly. I just kept trying. I did all those things. I did the crafts and the projects and games and field trips. We even had SLAM, Summer Learning Adventures of the Mostellers. I invented brain bucks, where the kids got fake money for educational activities. Yes, I was going to be that unicorn. And we had a lot of fun, but it was so hard. And I made so many mistakes. And if I thought it was challenging 20 years ago, oh my word, you younger moms today, y'all are facing a whole new set of expectations that no other generation has ever dealt with. Y'all have photo shoots for your baby bumps. Okay, I know you do. And the fact that you call them baby bumps is almost kind of a thing too, but that's all right. But your babies, they have their own Instagram accounts and hashtags, and you have blogs and Pinterest and Periscope and 50 other things just constantly screaming, "Be a unicorn." And it's not bad stuff. It isn't. Of course not. I understand wanting to capture and share those perfect moments. Of course I do. Look, here's one. This is a picture of my kids. This is my favorite picture of my kids. I know. They don't look like that now. I love this picture because they're so cute and they're clean and they had fresh haircuts and look like they love each other. The other day, Audrey, she said, she picked it up and she said, I never cared about this picture until you told me the story behind it. And now I love it. Okay, it was a family reunion. My mom had hired a photographer. It was the 4th of July, so she had us all wearing matching Old Navy t-shirts because that's what moms do. And she had us all together. Then she positioned Logan and Audrey, and the photographer is standing there with her camera. And this moment, it's like slow motion. Her finger goes down, pushes the button. It comes up. You hear a click, and pandemonium breaks out. Logan yells, "Get her off me!" He tries throwing Audrey off his back. Audrey grabs him in a chokehold. They both go down. They're rolling around on the ground. Randy and I wade in, trying to separate them, while my nephew hits his baby sister with a stick. And that would have been the accurate family picture. So I understand wanting to capture the perfect moments because, they are fleeting. And so I understand the photo shoots. I understand the cute outfits. There's nothing wrong with that. But that constant barrage of demands that you hear that say you have to throw the perfect birthday party for your 1-year-old to be a good mom, Those pins and posts showing that flawless family dinner when secretly you just want to feed them Captain Crunch and donuts and you go binge Gilmore Girls on Netflix. You know it's true. Y'all are under a lot of pressure, and my heart goes out to you. It makes me want to come out there and just gather up all your unicorn horns. I just want to get them all. I want to say, here, honey, just give it. And I want to take them all, and I want to take all these unicorn horns, and I want to put them in a box. And then I want to tape it up, and I want to ship it off to Equestria, where it can stay with Twilight Sparkle and all the other My Little Ponies, because that's where unicorns belong, in the magical land of Equestria, not in the real world. A unicorn could not begin to handle your regular day. Seriously, how could it? How could you stay clean and majestic if you're pulling a double shift? You gotta run, pick the kids up from daycare, run to Kroger, cook dinner, do homework, find clean underwear, hose everybody off, and put them to bed. No. And that horn would really get in the way. Unicorns are not made for our world, and you are not a unicorn. God made you to be so much more. I asked our moms a couple weeks ago to tell me just some of the roles that they play on a daily basis. This is just a sample of what they said.
I'm a secretary.
I'm a nurse.
I'm an advocate.
I'm a dishwasher.
I'm a speech-language pathologist.
Clothes cleaner. Clothes folder. Clothes put awayer.
I'm a taxi driver.
Sock matcher.
Come on! Do you think they're gonna hold soccer practice for you, princess?
I'm a Kleenex.
I'm a handyman.
I'm a brand new teacher.
Dog walker. Dog feeder.
I'm a high school library media specialist.
Dog pee, poop, puke, cleaner upper. I'm an activities director.
I am a wet wipe. Oh, I hope that's chocolate.
I'm a landscaper.
I'm a teacher.
Small animal veterinarian. Small animal funeral director.
I'm a professional wrestler.
I'm a coach.
I'm a 911 dispatcher.
Personal chef. Personal shopper.
I'm a baker.
I'm a dairy cow.
I'm a rock star! Curfew enforcer, driver, instructor,
I'm the passy police.
prom dress finder, fashion consultant,
I'm a pack mule.
and I'm a mom.
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 I'm a mommy.
Y'all wear so many different hats, and that wasn't everything. And you're good at so many things. I asked you to tell me what you were good at. Here are some of the things that moms told me they were good at. I'm really good at technology. I'm really good at organizing. I am the bomb as a baker. I'm good at multitasking. I'm good at fooling you into thinking I didn't wear these jeans 3 days in a row. I'm good at throwing a party. I'm good at reading people and seeing when they need help. I'm good at my job. I'm good at household management. I'm good at decorating. I'm good at staying calm in stressful situations. I'm great at making people smile. I'm good at functioning on very little sleep. You're playing all these roles. You're so good. You're doing all these amazing things. And sometimes that unicorn mentality kind of creeps in. And we catch ourselves trying to be the perfect parent, do all the right things, and we lose ourselves along the way. There was a meme I saw a couple of months ago. It was floating around, and when I saw it, I thought, wow, we should probably talk about that. Here it is. I am a mom. My house is always loud and messy, and that's okay. Because one day, it will be quiet, spotless, and lonely. It bothered me. Because, okay, I see what they're saying here, what they're trying to say. It's, don't worry so much about having that clean, perfect house. Instead, enjoy your children because they're going to grow up. And that is great advice. Also, any advice that tells you not to worry about housework is really good advice. But there is another subtle underlying message that kind of threads its way through that bothers me. And it's the one that says, hey, when your kids grow up and leave, your life is over. It says, you will be sitting in a sad, dark, empty, lonely house. Enjoy this while you can, because soon there will be sadness and despair. Now, I don't have an empty nest yet. God willing, I'm getting closer. But I have friends who are empty nesters, and I can tell you that this is not true. Your life is not over when the kids grow up and move out. In fact, a new phase begins, and it looks pretty awesome. I mean, I think that most of us know that, but this notion that our identities and our happiness is completely wrapped in and defined by our children, well, that one can sneak in, and that one's a little worrisome. It's a lot to put on their shoulders, for one thing. And for another, well, it's not biblical. Being a mom is what some of us do, but it's only one part. It's a great part, but it's a part. It isn't all that we are. None of us are just one thing. God made us way more complicated than that. And our identity isn't defined by our children, our jobs, our lifestyle. Our identity is defined by God. But to all who believed him and accepted him, he gave the right to become children of God. That's who we are. That's our true identity. That's who we are first, and everything else is extra. And God never asked us to live small, limited lives. He never expected us to sit in a quiet, spotless, lonely house. No, Jesus said, I am the gate. Whoever enters through me will be saved. They will be able to come in and go out. They will find everything they need. A thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But I came to give life. Life that is full and good. Look how some of the other versions describe that. Real and eternal life, more and better life than they ever dreamed of. Life with joy and abundance, a rich and satisfying life. And he makes no stipulations other than you enter through him, that you make that connection. And there's no expiration date. He expects us to have that rich and satisfying life from the beginning till the end. And then at the end, we begin again in a new way. That's amazing news. That should give you hope wherever you are today. That's who you are, and that's the life he wants for you. Joy, abundance, full and good. Won't you want some of that? And Jesus says we never, ever stop growing. He says, I am the vine and you are the branches. If you stay joined to me and I to you, you will produce plenty of fruit. But separated from me, you won't be able to do anything. Won't you see? That growing, learning, producing fruit, that's the joy and abundance. That's what makes our lives vibrant and full. Whether we're holding an armful of diapers or the key to a retirement cottage, as long as we are joined to him, we never stop growing. That's some of the best news you're going to hear all day. God doesn't want us to be mythical, unicorn, perfect parents, and he doesn't want us to live sad and lonely lives. He doesn't want us to pin our hopes and dreams to anyone other than him. He's the creator of hopes and dreams. Trust me, he's got this. And this is what we want to model for our children, because we want them to find who they are in him too, right? So they need to see us growing. They need to see us with those rich, vibrant lives that don't just revolve around them. We want them to pin their hopes and dreams to God. Well, then we need to show them how. We need to do it first We want them to learn and grow to become everything God wants them to be. Well, we need to show them how. We gotta pave the way. So, where's your fruit? Are you growing? Are you letting your kids see you grow? You know, it's okay for them to see you make mistakes. It's okay to see you afraid to do something, but you try it anyway. And it's definitely okay to admit that you don't know. You don't have the answer. Let them see you learning and learn alongside them when you can. Show them that you're a real person so they don't think they have to be a unicorn when they grow up. And especially, let them see God carry you through the hard stuff. Now, I know we want to protect our kids, and we don't have to tell them everything, but let them see where God provides, where He makes up for your weakness, where He helps you be brave. They need to see it in you so they can find it for themselves. And let them see your hopes and dreams. Oh, do. Let them continually see you taking that next step, whatever it is. Sometimes it's going to be a really big step. I've seen some of you take huge steps this year. Good job. Your kids are watching. Sometimes it's going to be being nice to that annoying mom at the bus stop. Good job. Your kids are watching. I love this verse in Romans. I especially like the way the Message puts it. So here's what I want you to do, God helping you. Take your everyday, ordinary life, your sleeping, eating, going to work, and walking around life, and place it before God as an offering. All those little steps, all those everyday moments are special enough to be an offering. They're special enough to make a difference. Now, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. I'm just reminding you because, hey, you're already doing this. I watch y'all. I see what you're doing. I see you doing the hard things, going back to school and becoming teachers, nurses, social workers. I see you fostering children, standing in the gap for kids who desperately need you. I see you parenting special needs kids who are going to grow you into an even more amazing person. I see you feeding the homeless. I see you helping those who struggle with addiction. I see you starting schools and nonprofits. I see you packing lunches and meeting the school bus. I see you setting up card tables in Kroger to help your daughter sell Girl Scout cookies. The women in this church are some of the most amazing women I have ever known. You are driven by this fiery Holy Spirit mojo passion, and it is a sight to see. But then again, well, you say it better yourselves. Oh, what are you passionate about? Do you have some of those crazy dreams? Are you joined to that vine? Are you thriving and growing? What's that next step look like to you? Now, I know some of you moms with young kids, you're looking at me and you're saying, Shelli, I am lucky if I remember to put on pants before I leave the house. I know. I get it. And I am not going to stand here and tell you, honey, just wait, your time will come. Because that implies you're not living. Trust me, you are living right now, okay? You may have to wait for some of those dreams, but no, not all of them. Not by a long shot. And you can certainly keep growing. You love those little people just as hard as you can. But look around and see where God has planted you right now. How can you love the people around you? How can you make a difference? Now, some of you are ready for a big step, and you know it. God's waking you up in the middle of the night, whispering or yelling, it's time. Oh, you better take care of that. Because I hate to tell you this, He can be relentless. He's probably not going to stop asking, and really, would you want Him to? Do yourself a favor, and during invitation, walk yourself down the aisle and get somebody to pray with you. You don't have to take that next step alone. We're going to wrap up. We're going to go into a time of invitation where we invite you to do some soul searching. I want you to stay here. Don't open the back doors. Don't try to sneak out. Lunch can wait. It's just a few minutes. Give yourself just a few minutes to think about that next step. You may not be joined to that vine we're talking about. You may want to know more about that. We'd love to talk with you. Today might be the day you say, hey, I want to be baptized. We would love to be part of that. Or it may be time for you to commit to this church family. You commit to us, we commit to you. We do this thing together. Whatever the case, we have people down front who are ready to pray with you. So let's stand and sing.